The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of monkey noises. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This week's theme for the podcast is Good Directors, Bad Movies. Today, we're talking about Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, starring Mark Wahlberg, another Mark Wahlberg movie. If you guys tuned in last week, we talked Mark Wahlberg Week. We had a ton of fun with that. This one, not so much.
This was totally by accident, too.
It was, yeah.
We didn't mean to double up on Wahlberg.
It's all good. You can.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Hey, Monkey, how you doing?
Matt Vader's here. What's up, dude?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
How's your mother?
My mother's good.
All right, good. Good to hear.
It's okay.
Also,
I'm drinking my smoothie.
your banana smoothie?
A banana smoothie.
Excellent.
Talking about apes, I'm in a banana mood. You know?
I can't. Jude is also here. What's up, Jude?
Hello.
Are you fed up with his nonsense yet?
I am fed up with all of you because you guys bitched all week long about these movies, and you're the ones that chose them.
Yeah.
We went pretty hard in the private chat.
I wasn't even there when these were decided. And all week long, you guys have been being babies.
Totally.
Like you did this to yourselves and to me.
I mean, honestly, the biggest baby was your fiance.
Matthew Cate is just here. Welcome, sir.
So I chose one of the movies this week, but this one I did not choose. In fact, I warned you guys about this, and I would even argue that Tim Burton is not a good director.
Oh no, he is.
So like I take umbrage with this choice.
We know.
We heard.
First of all, we're never doing this again. Second of all, if we do it again, we have to agree on the directors because I don't like Tim Burton or Guy Ritchie.
Oh, yeah.
What? You don't like Guy Ritchie movies?
Come for me. I don't give a shit.
It was funny. There was a moment where she was like, "Why couldn't we pick a Steven Spielberg movie?" I was like, "We did," and she was like,
The movie
I haven't
that
watched it yet.
the movie that we won't talk about.
I kept forgetting what movies we were watching because like who watches these? So all week, like I was like, what are we doing again? Oh, right.
Yeah.
And what movies? Right.
I hate to admit that I've seen this monkey movie.
I've seen it a bunch of times.
A few more times than I probably should have.
Yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times because it was like the only Apes movie that was out for a while. You know what's really messed up though?
Well, they were going to make a franchise on this thing.
I haven't watched Matt Reeves' monkey movies. His Planet of the Apes trilogy.
Oh, they're great.
I know. Anybody ever says it is like, oh, they're freaking amazing. I still haven't seen them yet.
starring David Hewlett.
The one where
David Hewlett's in one of them?
Yeah, he's in the first one.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I did
Where
not know that.
Gollum is Caesar, right? The guy.
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah. This is not that movie.
No.
Please
This
don't
is-
make me watch any more Planet of the Apes.
This is Planet of the Apes.
We're
Mark
you know what we're
Wahlberg
doing?
version.
We're going to do Planet of the Apes month, and then we're going to do Animation Week, just for Jude.
So
gonna be awesome.
I would like to submit my resignation of the podcast now.
I forget whose choice was this. Was it yours, Alex?
It might have been.
I don't know. I don't remember who picked what.
Because I think Vader.
Vader was King Arthur.
Yeah, I think Vader was King Arthur.
Oh yeah, we had a huge fight.
We did have a fight about that.
That was a huge fight.
It was weird.
That was like he was like heated.
I was like, guys, calm the fuck down.
Kill your tits, bro. Come on.
I hated that movie. I hated this movie. I had the perfect movies picked out, and you guys were like, "No, we're not doing that."
No. You don't
It's
get
just
to.
always right.
You don't get to come in with the theme and then also pick all three movies.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Like
He tries.
you've got to compromise a little bit, but we're not going to talk about that right
Maybe
now.
somebody should have asked me what I wanted to fucking watch.
Well, we did this at coffee that you didn't show up to.
Yeah, that's why I showed up to the last one. I was like, oh, fuck those guys.
That's what we do on Monday.
They're going to do something. They're going to commit me to something I don't want to do.
All right. So if you haven't gleaned from this
Orphan
great conversation,
Orphan Black. Right? Yeah.
I get to pick a month too.
this is the theme of the week, guys. The theme of the week is going to be good directors, bad movies. So this first movie that we're talking about, Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. Next is going to be, shit, I forgot. Oh, Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. And then the last one is this weird, obscure movie that I don't know.
It's actually a movie that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
No one's seen it.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. But it's some kind of an Indiana Jones 4, I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
How dare you.
But we'll get there in a minute. All right.
But we're doing things a little different now.
We're doing things a little different, but it's daily content. Daily content. All right. Planet of the Apes. Before Jude takes over with her synopsis, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you guys would like to support what we do here, it's fully funded by our patrons. Head over to saltynerdclub.com and join our club membership. It's only $5 a month. You guys get access to 4 exclusive podcasts every single month. This month is probably the best month ever if you're going to join up. We're talking Star Trek, the original series. We're going through 4 of the best episodes of the first season, and we are having a blast doing it. I can't wait for the rest of this month to come out. It's a lot of fun. If you guys want access to that, head over to saltynerdclub.com, join up, help support the podcast, and get some awesome stuff in return. All right, Jude, take it away. Planet of the Apes.
I just want to say.
Yeah, what's up?
We only did 1 episode so far of the Star Trek
And
for this month, and it's so fun.
It's
already.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. 2001 Planet of the Apes. Directed by Tim Burton, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour 59 minutes. This had a budget of $100 million. What do you think this brought into the box?
Less than I expected. $100 million. I thought it was like a $200 million movie. I remember this being a big deal when it came out, I think. I'm going to say 180 million.
Okay, Vader.
180 million.
Oh my God.
Where did you get that from?
What's your problem?
For the audio only, Vader just took out a banana.
He just pulled a banana out of his ass.
Started eating it.
Talking about monkeys. I want to eat bananas. You know.
Where the fuck did you get that from? How much money did this movie make, man?
$167.5 million.
Okay.
This movie made $362 million
Damn.
at the box.
Dang. And
All
we
right.
did not get a sequel?
No, that's surprising.
Wow. That's incredible.
Ready?
Fucking banana. Yeah, go ahead, Jude.
Christ.
All right, Jude, take it away.
All right. Astronaut Mark Wahlberg. Astronaut Mark Wahlberg, jealous of a chimpanzee astronaut, follows the chimp into a space storm and ends up crash landing on a planet inhabited by talking apes. Spoiler, they're the descendants of the monkeys that were on the ship with him that crashed on the same planet thousands of years earlier. They were chasing Mark Wahlberg, who was chasing Percival the chimp. And if he'd just simmered that jealousy and followed orders, there wouldn't be a planet of aggressive apes that hate humans. Mr. Orange is just dying for anyone to fucking try him. He's full of rage, hates humans, but loves Bellatrix Lestrange, the senator's daughter. By the way, these are all still apes we're talking about. Helena Bonham Carter has a soft spot for humans and helps a group of slave humans escape and fight back. And after they kidnap the slaver, Paul Giamatti, he learns there's more to humans than meets the eye. They're not so different from each other after all. Sorry for selling your kids, you guys. Discuss.
Such a great movie.
I didn't hate this movie.
I didn't hate it either.
It's I'm going to give him a lot of credit for the practical effects.
Oh,
though.
man.
The
makeup?
makeup effects,
Awesome.
Rick Baker.
incredible.
Awesome.
Because I saw that, Tim Roth is in this movie, and like there's a bunch of famous people in this movie.
Charlton fucking Heston is in this movie.
He was the older ape, right?
He was,
The aged
Zeke,
father?
The old guy that died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the bad guy's dad or
I
whatever.
thought that was a really cool callback.
Yeah.
And he had the damn them all.
Damn them all to hell. Yeah.
Whatever is funny.
I was like, honestly, through that makeup, I couldn't tell who anybody was. Because I knew they're all famous, except for Paul Giamatti, because he has that
Oh
voice.
my God, yeah.
He fucking killed this.
He killed it.
He
I
killed
love
it. But he's so obvious. What are you doing?
What in the hell, dude?
What? You don't want some banana chips? I want here.
Kate is just going to leap
I know.
across the table and
I know,
kill
it's
you.
okay.
No, I don't want it.
Banana chips. Yum. You want a banana chip?
No, I don't want a banana chip.
Matt, you want a banana chip?
Fuck you.
No, you don't want a banana chip?
Fuck you for making me watch this movie. Fuck you for your banana chips.
Banana
And
chip.
also, fuck your bananas.
A funny story about the Charlton Heston moment in this, though, is so like Tim Roth, who was in the scene with Charlton Heston, he plays like the main bad guy in this movie, the main bad monkey, I guess. you could say. Yeah, General Thade. So Tim Roth is a very staunch anti-gun advocate, and he actually commits a lot of time kind of campaigning against the NRA. And Charlton Heston, at the time of this movie, he was like the president of the NRA.
Mm-hmm.
And when Tim Roth found out that he had to do the scene with Charlton Heston, he was like, if I had known I had to do this, I wouldn't have accepted the role in this movie. And in fact, like he fought Tim Burton on doing that scene because he hates Charlton Heston so much and everything he stood for. And Tim Burton eventually just had to be like, Tim Roth, chill out. It's fictional. Just do your fucking job. And Tim Roth was like, oh, okay. So like he did the scene with Charlton Heston, even though like he was like the entire time he was like, I hate this man so much. I hate this man so much. But he,
Tim Roth from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Fucking get off your high horse, bro.
Right.
Yeah. He's not even an American. He's British. So like he comes over here and he's like, oh, fuck your guns. And this is the only scene where like the monkeys actually own guns.
Well, that's like the big twist at the end is that like they get a gun and that's like changes the tide of the war or whatever.
He has this gun that's been buried in a pot of sand for
thousands of years.
It's like a futuristic laser gun though.
Yeah.
First he finds it like under the swamp.
This movie's goofy.
I hate Tim Roth so much in this movie.
The bad guy?
Yeah.
Thade?
Yeah.
Why? He goes overboard?
He's a little overboard.
He's like just chatting with his niece, and then all of a sudden he's like so fucking aggressive. It comes out of nowhere, and every single time I'm like, Jesus, dude, I can't even follow the movie because there's always like, Wah! Like coming out of fucking nowhere. I'm like, fuck Jesus.
You do that really well. You upset chimpanzee, dude, is really good.
This is pretty accurate. They did do that way too much. They did do that way too much in this movie because, like you said, you're watching it and it's like a calm scene, or if it's a scene where people are talking.
He's picking out a slave for his niece. It's a happy day.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like he comes up and he starts like sniffing on the dude, like doing the freaking thing.
Get
he starts
out of people's monkeys' spaces.
You didn't like the scene where they were like getting all kinky and shit in bed?
Oh my God.
Tim Roth. I hate him in this
dude,
start to finish.
That scene is amazing. So the slaves,
the
like
old dude with the hot chick.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg has like a group of human slaves that he's escaping with. Like the one lady who sympathizes with them lets them out and they run away, and they're running through the city and they run into the bedroom of some like highfalutin dude. Yeah. It's like fat orangutan guy. He's
Wasn't that Paul Giamatti?
No, Paul Giamatti was the other guy. He was the slave owner guy. And then like his wife, like they have like a sexy dance, right. And she's not wearing a top, but it's all hairy.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh no.
That was gymnastic.
And she's like sitting over there doing like this little dance.
Yeah.
And then she starts doing the freaking like, I want to fuck monkey dance. And it was so weird. And they hang on it for way too long.
So you want to hear something funny is that originally Tim Burton wanted the Helena Bonham Carter monkey character to be a princess and wanted her to be the main love interest for Mark Wahlberg. And so they were going to have like an interspecies like romance. Mm-hmm. And Fox came out and like, there's no way our lead is fucking a monkey. It's like, we're not doing any interspecies. And Tim Burton was like, well, maybe I can finagle it. But like they had like a Fox studio executive like over his shoulders, like, you're not going to have him romance a monkey.
You get a little bit of that at the end.
Yeah. They get a little smooch.
Well, that was from the original though, where like Charlton Heston kissed the monkey who like helped him out, and she was like, okay, but you're just so damn ugly, and gives him a kiss.
What's the director guy?
Tim Burton.
Did Tim Burton Stinky Anderson his wife into this movie? Is that what happened?
Actually, this is the movie where they started dating. Okay.
Tim Burton's wife's in this movie?
Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, she's the main chick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was before.
By the way, Helena Bonham Carter can fucking act.
Oh, I love her.
Even if that were the case, that's not the case.
Well, I don't know.
I think she's earned and been amazing in everything she's ever
Mila
done.
Jovovich is a good actor too. So,
Yeah, I think this is the one where basically while they were filming this, they became close and they ended up separating from their respective relationships so they could be together after this movie finished.
I can imagine Tim Burton's wife at the time. It's like you're falling for a chick in a monkey outfit. Really?
Because once they put that makeup on, it stays on the rest of the shooting day. Like,
oh yeah,
16 hours.
The makeup in this thing was great.
It's good. It's really good.
It was really
What's
good.
What's the big dude? He's from Green Mile.
Michael Clark Duncan.
I mean, he's dead now. Rest in peace. But he was fucking cool in this movie.
Yeah. Did you know like the monkey that was Helena Bonham Carter's like kind of like bodyguard.
Yeah.
Did you recognize him?
No, not at all.
So he was Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The guy with the gorilla with the gray
Yeah.
in his beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of tell from the eyes. He's got the same eyes.
That's cool. Yeah, that's the thing is about the makeup and the set design and stuff like that. Like you don't recognize these people. They kind of just disappear.
Is this a bad movie?
This is a terrible
Yes.
movie.
$350+ million.
It's a fucking terrible movie.
Why? Can you explain why it's a terrible movie?
Because it's a fucking drag. It's an hour and 59 minutes.
It feels
too
like
long.
it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
For sure. It drags.
I mean, is it bad because it's just kind of
weird
and it's got Wahlberg in it, or because he's not great.
The story
He's not.
You
great in
guys
this
know
movie.
I love shitty movies.
Yeah.
There was nothing in this that I could even be like, ha ha, or oh, that's cool. Or
took itself too seriously.
oh my God, it's so serious. And like about midway through, I was like, this movie sucks. And I had to drink 2 bottles of wine to get through it.
Oh, she was in pain while we were watching this
I was
movie.
in pain.
All the monkey noises.
Yeah, so
Was
like Fox had been trying to get like a reboot of the franchise off the ground for like some time at this point. And this is like early 2000s, I think. And originally, Oliver Stone and Arnold Schwarzenegger were attached to this. Oliver Stone was going to write and direct it, and Schwarzenegger was going to be the star. He was going to kind of take the Charlton Heston role.
That also would have been terrible.
And at the time, the budget for it was estimated to be around $200 million. And Fox was like, that's way too much money. And so like they kept rewriting the script in order to get it down to closer to $100 million. And by that time, both Schwarzenegger and Stone had lost interest. And so they went to Tim Burton. And Tim Burton agreed to do it because he was like a fan of the original. And he was like, I have a vision for reimagining this story.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Wahlberg desperately wanted to work with Tim Burton. And so like he left the Matt Damon role in Ocean's 11 in order to do this movie.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Bad move.
Terrible.
So he went to do this movie because he really wanted to work with Tim Burton. And during the course of this film, basically Fox kept fucking with Burton. They kind of pushed up the release date of the movie. So like they put him on a time crunch, and he wasn't able to really do like everything he wanted to do with this film. And he was fighting with the studio constantly. And basically he had such a terrible experience. He's like, I'm not coming back. And then all the actors were like, well, if he's not coming back, we're not coming back. And so basically the reason that they never got the franchise off the ground after this movie, even though it made a lot of money at the box office, is simply because like they fucked over Burton so bad that like, you know, everyone kind of stood in solidarity with him for not wanting to come back and do any more of these.
So why don't you? I didn't like this movie, but I didn't hate it as much as I would thought I was going to. So why do you hate this movie so much?
It's a boring movie. It's not a very good story. The acting's like Wahlberg's acting in it is really atrocious. Like I could sit here and break down like how boring and stupid and bad this movie is, but we don't have a long enough podcast to do that. My big thing is like, I think Tim Burton is one of the most overrated directors like in Hollywood. He has a wonderful imagination, like as an idea guy, he comes up with stuff that like no one else does. And so he's very original. But when it comes to actually making movies, I think like he's only ever made like 3 movies that are any good. Those being Batman 89, Big Fish, and Ed Wood. I think those are like his 3 best movies.
And Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't like Edward.
You don't like Edward Scissorhands?
No, I don't.
Bro.
I'm looking up all of his movies right now to see if I like.
You don't like his animated stuff?
Not really. I find it kind of weird and creepy. But anyway, regardless, I've always wondered. I was like, how does Tim Burton keep making movies? Because like his movies always underperform. Like they're not very good. And this movie actually. So like when I was in film school around the time this movie came out. And when the DVD came out, I rented it so I could listen to the director commentary. And listening to that commentary, it becomes very apparent why Tim Burton continues to get work. Because if you listen to the commentary of this movie as opposed to watching the actual movie itself, it becomes a brilliant movie because you're hearing him kind of like talk about his vision and like what inspired him to do certain things and stuff like that. And he's so charismatic and he's so intelligent that like when you hear him talk about the making of a movie, you kind of get swept up along with like his vision and you're like, wow, this is really cool. And then like you watch the actual movie and you're like, oh, this is not cool at all. So there's something lost between the translation and the execution of the film. But that's one of the reasons why Tim Burton is just beloved in Hollywood, is because he's really good at communicating his vision to the people that he's trying to pitch the movie to.
I like more of his movies than I thought. But I think the only time I really like him is when it's something weird and creepy.
Yeah, weird and creepy is his genre.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's his.
I
That's
really,
his jam.
So if this
there's not a lot of Tim Burton movies that I really, hold on.
is that a Twinkie?
It's a banana flavored Twinkie. You want one? I got a whole box of them.
No, I definitely don't. You know those things have a shelf life of like.
Here you want one?
No, I don't. I
You
feel
might-
like you need to
Matt-
run your bits by
Matt,
everyone
you
before
want-
you just
you
start
want-
doing them.
Yeah, give that one to Matt.
I'm gonna put it right here.
No, give it to Matt.
It's
good.
okay. It's okay.
But I love Tim Burton movies.
All of them?
A lot of them.
What about
Yeah.
this one?
This one's okay.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, or it's not my least favorite movie of the week. It's not good. It's not a good
The
movie.
entire time I was just watching this, I was like, "Hey, monkey,
Hey, how you doing?
why are you in charge of this planet? That's kind of weird, right?"
You know what weirded me out too is like
Weirded?
weirded.
Is it weirded? Yeah.
It's fucking wicked weird, man.
There's no lobsters on
Like,
this planet.
yeah,
What's up with that?
That's where those lobsters go. Charlton Heston in the first one, like something happened to his throat where he couldn't talk, right?
Yeah,
which is why he couldn't.
And the humans in the original didn't speak.
Yeah, so they would not be able to communicate with
Right.
the apes. But in this one, all the humans talk, and the monkeys, the apes are sitting there like, "Oh, these humans are so dumb and they're not intelligent." And I'm like, you could say, "No, I'm smarter than you," and here's a math equation. Like, just speak.
Like, literally, as you're selling this person's child, the
Yeah.
parent can be like, "Please don't take my daughter,"
Yeah, something. And
and you're still doing it.
I thought that was a huge plot hole.
monster.
I thought that was a huge plot hole for
Yeah.
this movie. I was like, why can't Mark Wahlberg just like say, "Hey, I'm not from this planet. I crashed on a spaceship." Because that was like the big thing.
Well, everybody speaks perfect English, even the monkeys.
Tim Roth, the whole character is like he's trying to keep this whole thing under wraps. Like, oh, the spaceship. We can't let anybody know about the spaceship because that ruins our whole like mythology or whatever. But all Wahlberg had to do was like open his mouth and speak.
Well, there was a time where they were going to kind of go with the original idea, which is the humans didn't speak. But eventually, like somewhere down the road, they were like, you know what, like this really kind of undercuts the ability to communicate the story, and so we're just going to have everyone speak English. And one of the interesting things about this movie is that the main girl actress, Stella Warren, so like this was one of her first movies, and at the time Hollywood was really kind of pushing her, putting her in a lot of films, and like for whatever reason she just never caught on.
What else was she in? Because I know I recognized her, but I don't know what from.
I thought she was Amber Heard at first. I was like, oh shit, I don't remember her in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, she's a very pretty girl, but
Very
like for
pretty.
whatever reason, like she just never kind of like caught on. And after I think this movie kind of failed at the box office or whatever, or underperformed in some way, shape, or form, that it kind of affected her career because she was like one of the main female leads in this film.
She
So,
barely did anything though.
Yeah, she's beautiful, but I don't think that she really did anything.
Did she have?
She hung out.
She hung out with
She
Mark
did hang
Wahlberg.
out,
That's
yeah.
about it.
Oh, I want to talk about Chris Christopherson.
Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
Okay, which one is he?
I think he's
Her dad.
her dad.
yeah, he's one of the humans.
Yeah.
He's got
Oh,
Guy with the long
Whistler.
hair.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Whistler from Blade.
Yeah.
Rubber duck.
Whistler from Blade. He gives me Sam Elliott energy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what it is, but I think I have a thing for old men. Like old like daddies.
Grizzled?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirty?
Like you used to ride a motorcycle, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Have him and Sam Elliott ever been in a movie
Oh
together?
my God, I would die.
She's gonna find out.
We need to make it happen. The two of them hunting
I will
Bigfoot together.
Lay down and die. No, that movie was terrible.
Oh, we can remake it though. Make
Okay.
it nice. I don't know what else to say about this movie. It's like production wise, it's really well done. Like the
Sure.
way the monkeys like run and they're like moving, and all these are all actors. There's no CGI in this. It's
Yeah,
all practical effects.
Yeah,
like,
at the end of the movie when they're doing that big battle scene, so
Yeah.
like the actors that are running, they're actually on like these like long carpets that are being pulled by horses,
Mhm.
and so like as they're running along the carpet, they're being pulled along, so it makes it look like they're going faster. Than
Yeah,
they
it's
really are.
gr- I saw the documentary on it. It's so freaking cool how they made this movie. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't work. I don't know if it's like it's not action packed enough. It's a little bit boring. I don't like.
It doesn't work because Tim Burton is a terrible storyteller.
I don't agree with
I don't
that.
know, because the story makes sense. So what I was trying to figure out in my brain is like, okay, so the monkey ejects from the spaceship first and goes into the space storm.
Yeah,
And then he
and-
disappears. Okay. And then Mark Wahlberg goes and follows him, and then he disappears. But somehow the mothership goes and follows Mark Wahlberg and ends up landing on this planet thousands of years ahead of time. Then Mark Wahlberg lands on it when the monkeys have already taken over and evolved to a heightened state. And then last, the first monkey
Just like a
that
couple
left,
of days later, that
Yeah.
first monkey.
the first monkey shows up and everything's completely fine. And he lands. What's his name? Percival or something.
I think
like
it's
that?
Percival. Yeah.
Percival lands and
Xenu or something.
so,
right?
and
I said I was going to look it up, but I didn't.
Hey guys, never send a monkey to do a man's job.
yeah, but the monkey lands better than Mark Wahlberg. Like all the
Yeah.
times that Mark Wahlberg
well,
gets in the
because
ship.
the ship is on autopilot or something when it comes to some of that stuff.
Well, the thing that gets me is like, so like if you're an advanced enough society where you have like this big space station, you have like fucking spaceships and stuff like that,
Mhm.
why do you need a monkey to pilot it? Why can't you just use it as a drone or something?
Yeah. I don't know. This is one of those movies where we could ask a billion questions. It's like, but whatever. It's just, you
Also,
kind of got to go with it.
like no one involved in the
No.
making of this movie can explain how the ending makes sense. So like in the original Planet of the Apes, it's revealed that the Statue of Liberty is there, and like the planet's actually Earth.
Mhm.
And Charlton Heston's like, oh my God, humanity destroyed itself, and the apes rose up to take over the planet. And in this one, Mark Wahlberg goes through like another time portal, and he lands in what we think is Washington D.C.
Another alternate
and
reality.
it turns out Fade is like now Abraham Lincoln, and like the apes rule this planet as well. And like no one like everyone who like worked in this movie, like who's been interviewed about it, they're just like, yeah, we don't really get the ending, but it was going to be explained in the sequel that never happened.
Oh my
and,
God,
like,
what
all
a
this
fucking bummer of an ending too.
Why? I
Because
thought that was super interesting.
He escapes and it's worse.
Yeah.
Dumb.
No, it's cool.
Well, that's because we
God.
go into the next trilogy of movies, and it's just in the future of that.
It's
After the apes took over the world.
It's Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the same planet.
I
though.
know.
I know.
It's like
It's Earth.
They apparently
The
somehow
sequel is Another Planet of the Apes.
apparently somehow Fade made it to Earth and changed things
Right.
so that the apes took over. And so when Mark Wahlberg gets to Earth, it's not the Earth that he knew.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alternate Earth.
It's Earth 626 or whatever.
But how did they get there,
I
and
don't
what
know.
did he do?
It's a different universe. Instead of the planet that they were on, they landed on.
I just assumed it was like an alternate reality.
Yeah, it's alternate reality.
I don't care though.
I just choose not to ask questions like that. It's just
I just thought it was funny to see.
Don't ask questions, just consume.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
consume.
I know, but it's just.
I just thought it was
it's
funny.
a fucking ape movie.
I thought
okay?
it was
Who cares?
funny, dude. Like the cops pull up and they get out and they're all monkeys and they're like holding a gun at the guy and he's just like, oh, God damn it. Like it could have been a comedy.
Should have been.
You imagine
It would have
that?
worked better as a comedy.
Wouldn't that have been a great comedy?
if Mark Wahlberg was just like an asshole the
Dude,
entire time.
if Mark Wahlberg goes to this planet, right, like cut the rest of this whole movie out and just have him escape like really early on and go and it's an alternate
And he's
universe.
just like elbowing monkeys in the face
But-
as he's like trying to get through the jungle.
But he gets on Earth and it's all monkeys and he's like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do? And he becomes a freaking detective, a cop, and he has a buddy cop
Well,
freaking monkey
now I want Tim Burton to make more monkey movies.
just to see what happens.
I just want to see what happens now. Yeah,
I think
it's like we got the setup, and now we didn't get to see the payoff.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah,
I don't know. I give this movie 2 out of 5.
yeah, it's not great.
I would not recommend watching it because it doesn't go anywhere and it's kind of boring.
and it's way too long.
Yeah. V.
There's things in this movie I like. I like Paul Giamatti. Thought he was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of took me out of it a little bit.
No, I mean, he's just being Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, that's all he's doing, yeah.
In the orangutan outfit. It looks great. You even recognize him. It looks just like him. It's like, oh my God, there's Paul Giamatti as
He's
an
the
orangutan.
Only actor in full like
Monkey outfit?
monkey makeup that you 100% are like, oh, it's Paul Giamatti.
I'm buying it. I'm in. I think he kind of, maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like he had a good time.
It seemed like he might have.
I think he was the only one. At
Yeah.
the time.
Tim Roth was just pissed off the whole time, which is why he was so aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like kind of over the top,
Well,
right?
yeah.
It's
well,
just-
the outfit that he had to wear, the makeup, and also like his physicality ended up really messing him up. Like he had like two compacted vertebrae in his neck and stuff like that. He got like really like injured doing this movie, and it was just from like having to do the physicality of being an
Having
ape.
to walk around like an ape all the
Yeah.
time. That's crazy.
yeah, that would not feel good.
Probably not. What do you give it for a rating?
I'm right there with you. It's a 2. It's 2 out of 5. I mean,
Okay.
none of these movies we're talking about this week are good, but there are parts of this movie that I thought were kind of fun and entertaining, but the rest of it's just really dumb.
Okay.
But technically, I thought I enjoyed this movie, but story wise and acting wise, for the most part, it was just it was a huge miss.
Okay.
And,
Jude?
didn't work.
This is a 1-star crap fest for me. I hated it so much. And honestly, if you guys try to make me watch any more Planet of the Apes, anything from any time, I'm out.
Even the good ones?
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay.
I kept like I watched this, and then later on I was like, fucking Tim Roth is probably under my bed right now. Hop out. Jesus fucking Christ. Can you not, my guy?
Okay. That's it?
Yep.
One star.
Yeah,
All
1-star crap fest. Hated it. Hated it. Don't watch it.
Kadish, what's your rating?
I agree with my lovely bride here. This is a 1-star crap fest. First of all, Tim Burton is a terrible director. I hate him. I don't like most of his movies. This movie in particular was really dumb and stupid and bad. I would have rather it had been a straight up remake instead of a reimagining. Little things like Michael Clark Duncan being like, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty human," and it's just like, oh, come on, you know. Yeah, like the script wasn't very good. I guess the acting was okay. The best thing about this movie was the makeup effects by Rob Bottin, I think, and they really did a good job of making it so that these guys in the ape outfits like could actually emote and like you know like express themselves and stuff like that. So that was the best part of this movie for me. It was just seeing like the ape makeup. But I've never been a big fan of Planet of the Apes, even like the new ones, which are actually pretty good. Like I've never thought that they're just not my type of thing. And this movie in particular was just like really, really dumb, I thought. And I hated every minute. It was like torture. It was like hot pokers in my eyes. I was right there with Jude the entire time because she was complaining throughout the entire movie. And I just kept nodding my head. I was like, yep, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling.
I'm gonna change my score now just to up the average. But
Really?
I'm not going to.
So is it 1-star, 1-star? It's a table split?
2-2.
So we had more fun with it than they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a big poopy butt.
Yeah, you guys like terrible movies more than we do. So.
Well, you know.
That's not true.
Tim Burton's
I
the
love
worst director
terrible
ever
movies.
that's made a million fucking movies and billions of dollars in box office. Yeah, he's terrible. Terrible director.
Just not good at storytelling.
And I guess he's a terrible writer and storyteller.
I do love Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is fun.
Yeah.
A lot of Tim Burton
One
movies
of
are
the
good.
most classic movies of all time, Beetlejuice.
Batman 89.
Tim Burton, Batman 89. Terrible director. Terrible.
That movie is kind of goofy though. When was the last time you watched it?
The Jack Nicholson one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
bonkers.
weird.
Fucking weird.
It's
dude.
weird.
Yeah.
It's
Tim Burton's weird.
He's a weird
Yeah.
dude.
Isn't he the one that came up with this giant spider for Wild Wild West?
Oh, my God.
No, that was not him. That was John Peters, who was the producer of Batman.
Oh, okay. All right, guys, that's it for a discussion of Planet of the Apes, Tim Burton version, Mark Wahlberg version, whatever you want to call it.
Terrible.
Oh
director.
boy, what a heck of a movie. Well,
Tim Roth screaming at you constantly version.
all the time for 2 hours.
He was angry. He was
an
hurting. and,
angry ape.
You know, he was just channeling his anger and his pain.
He ran out
Through
of
his
he
acting
ran out of
performance.
banana flavored Twinkies.
That's right.
He used your gimmick. It's good.
This sounds and looks like the weirdest fucking treat. I don't want
You guys have
it.
never had a Twinkie?
I have had a Twinkie before when I was a child.
What is wrong
But
with
adding
you?
banana flavor to it just sounds like it will immediately give me
well,
cancer.
all Twinkies have banana flavor in them.
Yeah, that's what they're called. That's what they are.
Wait, what? Twinkies are supposed to be bananas?
Yeah.
No,
think
they're not
so.
supposed to be bananas, but they've always had banana flavoring in them.
Yeah, this is. Eat
now
it.
with banana flavor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat a banana
And
chip.
yellow dye 14.
All natural.
Oh boy. All right, guys,
It's
that's
a hard
it.
pass for him.
Comment below. Do you like banana flavored Twinkies? Let us know in the comments.
Maybe after I get drunk.
What did you think about this movie? Comment below. All right, guys, that's it for the podcast today. Thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget, this is a Embrace the Suck week. So later on this week, we're going to drop our next episode, which is going to be King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword by Guy Ritchie. So stay tuned for that. Vader, where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me at MattVader74 on Twitter and YouTube and most of the other social places.
Cool.
Twitter mostly.
Cool.
Yep.
Jude?
You can find me riding a banana flavored Twinkie into the sunset.
At
I am Juju.
There you go. Kadish, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter. Kadishbooks.com takes you to my Amazon page. And also, if you go to saltylist.com, you can sign up for our newsletter. And we send out updates about what we're doing and where you can find all of our episodes. So go check that out.
Yep. And don't forget to support us at saltynerdclub.com. Join the club membership and hang out with us over there. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay salty.